Hi, second graders. We're back with Tuesday's writing video. And if you remember from yesterday, we are writing the same story that we already started. Yesterday, we started talking about the characters that we wanted, and today we are going to discuss the setting. Mrs. Grant, what is the setting of the story?
I'm glad you asked. I can tell you.
Well, please do. I'm waiting.
It's right here at the top of your page. The setting is where and when your story takes place.
Very cool. And that's really important because the setting really puts an image in the reader's mind of what is going on in the story and where those characters are. So I'm going to start with mine, and then maybe we could give the students some ideas about theirs. You already know that the characters in my story are Santa Claus and Sprinkles.
Yes.
Okay? And we have a good description of them. And so now I needed to come up with, well, where is the story going to take place? I could have it take place in Hawaii if I wanted to, or maybe I could have it take place in, I don't know, the middle of the ocean or on space. But I chose to keep it to the North Pole. So let me read to you what I wrote. It was only a couple of weeks before Christmas. The North Pole was chilly and covered in snow. The workshop was very busy. So we know, where does it take place? Well, it takes place in the North Pole. What time of year is it? I didn't want to just come out and say it took place on December something. I said weeks before Christmas, and then I even described that it was cold and that there was snow.
I love how you
covering
put
the
a lot of
ground.
adjectives or descriptive words because it really does help paint a picture of what it looks and feels like.
Yeah. So again, if you chose to write a Christmas story, you also might want to use the North Pole as your setting, but you don't have to. You can come up with something completely different and make it fun and unique, make it your own. What about if they didn't write a Christmas story and they wanted to write about dinosaurs lost in the future?
All right, so let's say that you decided to use one of our additional brainstorming ideas for your story, and let's just pretend you chose, like Miss Marquardt said, dinosaurs lost in the future. So you might describe the year it is. Maybe it's 2,500. Maybe it's the year 4,000. Maybe it's the year 3,333. You can figure that out on your own, what year you want it to be. But we're in 2020, so it needs to be
Beyond.
much higher than 2020. Probably not 2021. Yeah, technically that's the future,
Let's
but
hope not.
let's. I know. If we have dinosaurs coming to us in 2021, I don't think I can handle that. Yeah. So describe when it is. Describe where it is. Maybe it's taking place on Mars, and like humans have inhabited Mars, and it's a livable place now. Maybe it's on an entirely different planet that's not even in our solar system. That hasn't even been.
Pluto?
Well, Pluto is a dwarf planet. It is still part of our solar system. So maybe it's not part of the Milky Way galaxy and it's somewhere and you can make it up. Or maybe it is on Earth. It's just really futuristic and you want to describe what it looks like. That there's, all these metallic silver flying vehicles shooting through space and that the houses are floating in the sky and, whatever. You can figure that out.
I love it.
I was gonna relate it to the Jetsons. But I don't think these kids have ever seen the Jetsons.
No. Maybe their parents. Maybe.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at maybe pirates who want to be good. When I'm thinking about pirates, I traditionally honestly think of like the past. When I think of pirates, I don't think of I think of a patch over the eye and a peg leg and a parrot and a hook.
And they're saying
arg, and they are on an old, really bad conditioned ship in the middle of the ocean, and maybe they come across an island where there's a cove and there's some mermaids and there's pirate's treasure, and you can describe that. Maybe I never imagine it cold and snowy when I think of pirates. I usually think of tropical and hot and ocean.
But they could come up with whatever they wanted.
Yeah,
they could make it hot, they could make it cold, you could make it summer, you could make it winter. That's the fun about story writing, is that they get to pick whatever they want and really make it fun. You're writing it yourself. You're creating this story.
Yeah. And I don't think we're going to finish the rest of these. I think you guys get the idea. Once you have your characters, tell us when and where and give us some descriptive words to describe what it looks like and what's going on.
And make sure, please do use complete sentences. We are going to be looking for that. You're not just going to write cold, December, North Pole.
Yeah.
I used complete sentences to get those thoughts out, and it looks like I used 3 sentences. So maybe you could challenge yourself to do the same thing.
Yeah.